Please, sir, just 2 more bites? The Riverside Grill. Manhattan, 7:45 p.m., elite clientele. White tablecloths, crystal chandeliers. Jasmine Williams, black waitress, $9/hour, kneels beside booth 7, spoon raised to 7-year-old Lily's lips. The blind girl can't see her plate. Her mother, Fiona Brooks, Billionaire CEO, hasn't looked up from her tablet in 20 minutes. Wade yanks Jasmine upright. You're paid to serve, not play nanny. She needs help. She needs her mother. You? Stay in your lane. His lip curls. Playing mammy won't make you one of them. Diamond-draped woman at table 6 films it. The help's getting ideas above her station. Her husband snickers. Always looking for handouts. Should have stuck to her own kind of work, someone mutters. Laughter, cameras, no defenders. Lily's hands grope blindly. Miss Jasmine? Fiona's head snaps up. She sees it all. What she does next will destroy them. Fiona watches Wade drag Jasmine toward the kitchen, his grip too tight on her arm. Watches her daughter's small hands search the empty air, patting the tablecloth desperately like she's lost something precious. Watches the other diners laugh and film like humiliation is entertainment, like cruelty is a spectator sport worth documenting for social media. Something inside her cracks. Not slowly, not gradually, not after careful consideration or legal consultation or talking to her therapist or sleeping on the decision. Now. She stands. The chair scrapes against marble flooring. The sound cuts through the restaurant's ambient murmur like a knife through silk. Lily, sweetheart, Mommy will be right back. Mommy? Lily's voice is confused, uncertain. Fiona never interrupts work for anything. Ever. Not even for emergencies. I promise, baby. 1 minute. She walks straight to Wade at the host stand. Her Louboutin heels click like gunshots on the marble floor. Every step deliberate, every eye following her path. The restaurant falls silent in waves as diners realize something significant is happening. Fire her, Wade is saying into his phone, his back to Fiona. Jasmine Williams, effective immediately. I want her out of this building in 5 minutes. Security can escort. You want her what? Fiona's voice cuts through the restaurant chatter like ice water. Wade spins around. His professional smile snaps into place immediately, but there's nervousness behind it now. He knows who she is. Everyone here knows who Fiona Brooks is. Her face has been on the cover of Forbes 3 times. Miss Brooks, I sincerely apologize for the disturbance. We're handling the situation according to our policies. By firing the only person in this restaurant who showed my daughter basic human decency. The nearby tables go silent. Conversations die mid-sentence. Forks pause halfway to mouths. People lean in to hear better, sensing drama. Miss Brooks, I assure you our staff is trained to maintain appropriate professional boundaries. We can't have servers overstepping their roles, no matter how well-intentioned. Appropriate boundaries? Fiona's voice rises. Not shouting. Worse than shouting. Cold and sharp and carrying to every corner of the restaurant. Every head turns. Every conversation stops. 300 people watching. My daughter is 7 years old and blind. She can't see her food. She can't feed herself properly without help. And for the last 6 months, that woman you just humiliated has been the only person who treated her like she matters. Wade's smile falters. His hand tightens around his phone. I understand your concern, Miss Brooks, but we have protocols in place to protect both our staff and our guests. Protocols. Fiona pulls out her phone, opens her company's investor relations page, turns the screen toward Wade. The numbers are there in black and white. I own 42% of Brooks Medical Holdings. We're valued at $3.2 billion. Personally valued. Do you know what that means? Wade's face goes pale. His professional mask cracks like cheap porcelain. It means I can buy this restaurant right now. Tonight, this building, the entire restaurant chain if I want to. I can have my lawyers draw up papers before dessert arrives. She turns to face the room, every eye locked on her. Phones recording. It means I have more money than every person in this room combined. More money than most people see in 10 lifetimes. And I just watched you humiliate the one person who's been mothering my child while I've been too busy building my empire to notice she was starving for attention. Dead silence. The kind of silence that feels heavy, oppressive. The kind where you can hear the air conditioning humming and the ice melting in glasses. The woman who filmed Jasmine slowly lowers her phone. Her husband stops smiling. The man at table 8 who called Jasmine the help suddenly finds his plate very interesting. Fiona walks across the restaurant to Jasmine, who stands frozen by the kitchen door, eyes wide, hands trembling. Fiona positions herself beside her, shoulder to shoulder, a statement, a choice, a declaration. "What's your full name?" Jasmine Williams, ma'am." Her voice barely audible. "You have a master's degree, don't you? I saw it listed on your name tag months ago. Columbia University, special education with a focus on visual impairment." Jasmine blinks, surprised Fiona noticed. Surprised Fiona remembers. Surprised Fiona ever looked at her as anything more than staff. "Yes, ma'am." "And you're working here for $9 an hour?" "Yes, ma'am." "Why?" Fiona's voice is gentle now. Not interrogating, genuinely asking, actually wanting to know. Jasmine's voice is barely a whisper. Years of practiced smallness, of making herself invisible to survive in spaces that don't want her. "I lost my teaching license 2 years ago. A parent, a wealthy parent, complained that I was too attached to their blind son. I just wanted to help him learn Braille, advanced Braille, so he could read faster, be more independent, but they said I was overstepping boundaries, making him too dependent on me. The school fired me to avoid a lawsuit. Nobody would hire me after that. I was blacklisted from education, so I ended up here." Fiona's jaw tightens. She recognizes this story. She's sat in boardrooms with parents exactly like that, has made decisions exactly like that, chosen money over humanity, protection over compassion, the bottom line over the right thing. She turns back to the room, to the people filming, to Wade, whose phone hangs limp in his hand, to the diamond-draped woman, to every person who watched and laughed and did nothing. "I want everyone in this restaurant to hear what I'm about to say." She pulls out her phone, opens her voice recorder app. The red dot appears. Recording. Everyone sees it. "My name is Fiona Brooks. I am the CEO and majority shareholder of Brooks Medical Holdings, a medical technology company valued at $3.2 billion, and as of this moment," she checks her watch, 8:17 p.m., Tuesday, November 11th, "I am resigning from my position, effective immediately." Gasps ripple through the restaurant like a wave. Silverware clatters against plates. Someone drops a glass. It shatters. No one moves to clean it up. Wade's mouth falls open. "Miss Brooks, you can't possibly—" "I'm not finished." Her voice is steady, cold, absolute. The voice that's closed billion-dollar deals and stared down hostile boards and fired executives who thought they were untouchable. "For 4 years, I've told myself I was working for my daughter's future, building something, creating opportunities, securing her life so she'd never want for anything. But the truth is, I was hiding, from grief, from guilt, from the fact that my husband died in a car accident 4 years ago and left me with a blind 3-year-old, and I didn't know how to be enough for her." Jasmine's eyes widen. She didn't know this part. Nobody did. Fiona never talked about her husband, never mentioned him in interviews or profiles. "So I hired nannies, 4 different nannies in 4 years because none of them could handle Lily's needs the way I needed them to. Therapists, specialists, the best money could buy. I threw money at the problem, and I told myself that was love, that providing was the same as being present." Fiona's voice cracks. "But my daughter doesn't remember my face. She can't see it. She'll never see it. And I realized tonight, watching that woman kneel beside my child and turn dinner into a story, watching her show more patience in 5 minutes than I've shown in 5 months, that Lily doesn't even remember my voice. Because I'm never there. I'm always somewhere else, always building, always working, always absent." Someone in the back of the restaurant starts crying quietly. "This woman," Fiona gestures to Jasmine, "makes $9 an hour. She has a master's degree from one of the best universities in the world, and she lost everything because she loves someone else's child too much, while I'm losing my child because I haven't loved her enough." The restaurant is dead silent. Even the kitchen staff has stopped moving, watching through the service window. Fiona turns to Jasmine. "I'm offering you a job, not as my employee, as my teacher." "Miss Brooks," Jasmine's voice breaks, $200,000 a year. You teach me how to be present with my daughter. How to mother her the way you've been doing for free at this restaurant twice a week for 6 months. How to see her the way you see her. And in exchange, I'm setting up a foundation in your name. $500 million initial endowment. To help working parents who can't afford to be present. To support teachers who get fired for caring too much. To change the system that punishes love and rewards neglect. Jasmine is crying now, full tears streaming down her face. I don't know what to say. Say yes. Say you'll help me learn how to be the mother my daughter deserves. Yes. Yes, Miss Brooks. Yes. Fiona turns back to the room one final time. And as for the rest of you, everyone who filmed this woman being humiliated, everyone who laughed, everyone who stood by and watched, you're going to see this video everywhere, because I'm posting it right now. She hits share on her phone, uploads the voice recording to Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, every platform she has. No filter, no PR team, no legal review, no crisis management consultant, just raw truth. The post starts with, I just quit my $3.2 billion company because I watched a $9/hour waitress be a better mother to my daughter than I've been in 4 years. Within seconds, her assistant is calling, then her lawyer, then her CFO, then board members, one after another, her phone lighting up like a Christmas tree. She ignores them all, silences her phone, puts it in her purse. She walks back to booth 7. To Lily. Mommy? Lily's voice is small, scared, confused. I'm here, baby, and I'm not leaving. Not tonight. Not ever again. But you're my work now. You're all that matters. She sits down, picks up Lily's fork, and for the first time in 4 years, maybe the first time ever, she feeds her daughter dinner herself, slowly, patiently, with stories about broccoli forests and cheese rivers and mashed potato mountains the way she's heard Jasmine do it a dozen times. Here comes the broccoli tree, baby. Can you hear it rustling in the wind? Lily giggles, actually giggles, a sound Fiona realizes she hasn't heard in months. The entire restaurant watches in stunned silence. By the time they leave, Fiona carrying Lily, who's fallen asleep against her shoulder, Fiona's phone has 10,000 notifications. #Billionaire resigns is trending #1 worldwide, but Fiona doesn't look at her phone. She's too busy holding her daughter. The next morning, Fiona's penthouse, Tribeca, 6 a.m. Fiona wakes to sunlight streaming through floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the Hudson River. Manhattan sprawls below, a kingdom she's conquered brick by brick, deal by deal. Her phone. 248 missed calls, 32 voicemails, 1,847 text messages. Her assistant, her lawyer, her CFO, board members, investors, the press, everyone wants answers. She ignores them all. Instead, she goes to the kitchen, makes breakfast herself, something she hasn't done in 4 years. Scrambled eggs, slightly runny the way Lily likes them. Toast with the crust cut off, orange juice in the special cup with the rubber grip. Mommy? Lily appears in the doorway, her seeing-eye dog Daisy guiding her. You're still here. The surprise in her voice breaks Fiona's heart into pieces. I told you I would be. But you always leave for work before I wake up. The nanny makes breakfast. Not anymore, sweetheart. From now on, I make breakfast every morning. They eat together. Fiona describes everything. The eggs, fluffy, yellow like sunshine. The toast, golden brown, crunchy outside, soft inside. Lily reaches across the table, finds Fiona's hand, holds on like she's afraid to let go. Fiona's phone buzzes continuously on the counter. She walks over, turns it completely off. Mommy, your phone doesn't matter anymore. You matter. Only you. At 9 a.m., someone pounds on the door, hard, urgent, angry. Fiona checks the security camera. Her lawyer, Daniel. Her CFO, Marcus. 3 board members. She opens the door. Fiona, what the hell were you thinking? Marcus's face is red, a vein throbbing in his temple. The stock dropped 12% overnight. 12%. Do you understand what that means? $384 million in shareholder value. Gone. I know what it means, Marcus. Investors are panicking. They're calling emergency meetings. You can't just resign on social media. I can. I did. This is corporate suicide. No, Marcus. This is the first sane decision I've made in 4 years. Fiona, please. Daniel's tone is pleading. We can fix this. Issue a statement. Blame stress. Emotional breakdown. We'll spin it. There's nothing to spin. I meant every word I said. You've destroyed your reputation. My reputation was built on being an absent mother. I'm fine destroying it. What about your employees, the 4,000 people who work for Brooks Medical? The company will survive without me. My daughter won't. They argue for another hour, threaten lawsuits, breach of fiduciary duty, damage to shareholder value. Fiona doesn't budge, doesn't waver. Finally, they leave, furious, defeated. Lily emerges from her bedroom. "Mommy, are you in trouble?" Fiona kneels down. "No, baby, for the first time in a long time, I'm finally doing the right thing." They sounded really angry. They are, but that's okay. Sometimes doing the right thing makes people angry. "Are you scared?" "A little, but I'm more scared of losing you." Lily wraps her arms around Fiona's neck. "You won't lose me, Mommy. I'm right here." That afternoon, social media explodes. The video from the restaurant has 15 million views and climbing. Comments flood in by the thousands. "This is what real wealth looks like, not money, time." "She gave up billions for her daughter. That's actual love." "The waitress deserves this. Teachers are punished for caring." But also, performative nonsense. She's rich enough to do both. Easy to quit when you have $3 billion in the bank. What about her employees? "This is selfish." Fiona reads a few comments, then closes the app. Jasmine calls. "Fiona, are you okay? The internet is losing its mind." "I'm fine. Better than fine." "Your board members, I saw the statement. They sound furious." "They are. I don't care." "Did you mean it? The foundation? All of it?" "Every word, Jasmine. I don't say things I don't mean. Not anymore." Silence on the line, then quietly. "I'm overwhelmed. This is really happening? It's really happening. Thank you," Jasmine's voice breaks, "for seeing me. Thank you for loving my daughter when I forgot how." That evening, 6 p.m. Central Park. Fiona takes Lily to the park. Just the two of them and Daisy. No nanny, no assistant, no driver waiting. They take the subway. Lily's never been on the subway before. "Mommy, what's that sound?" "That's the train coming. It's loud, but we're safe. Hold my hand." They sit on a bench in the park. Fiona describes everything. The trees losing their autumn leaves, red and orange and gold. The sky turning pink as the sun sets. The people walking by, joggers, dog walkers, families. Lily leans against her mother's shoulder. "Mommy?" "Yes, baby. I'm glad you stayed home today." Fiona's throat tightens. "Me too. I'm sorry it took me so long. Are you sad about your job?" "No. I'm sad I waited so long to choose you. But I'm not sad about the choice. It's okay, Mommy. You're here now. That's what matters." Fiona wraps her arms around her daughter. In the distance, someone recognizes her. Points, pulls out their phone, starts filming. Fiona doesn't care. For the first time in 4 years, she's exactly where she needs to be. By nightfall, 3 major news networks have picked up the story. CNN. Billionaire CEO quits on social media after witnessing waitress feed her blind daughter. MSNBC. Fiona Brooks, the woman who chose her child over her empire. Fox Business. $500 million foundation announced for working parents. The board issues a formal statement. Miss Brooks's resignation is effective immediately. We respect her decision. Translation: they're furious. Stock continues to drop, down 18% by market close. Fiona's personal net worth decreases by $400 million in 48 hours. She doesn't check the ticker. She's reading Harry Potter to Lily. They're on chapter 3. Her assistant sends one final text. "Miss Brooks, are you sure about this?" Fiona replies, "I've never been more sure of anything in my life." She blocks her work email, turns off her phone, and stays with her daughter until she falls asleep. For the first time in years, Fiona sleeps through the night. No anxiety, no guilt, no emails at 3 a.m., just peace. 1 week later, Brooklyn. A small coffee shop in Park Slope. Fiona and Jasmine meet. Not a boardroom, not some sterile conference room, a coffee shop with mismatched furniture and local art on the walls. This time, they're not employer and employee. They're partners. "I've been thinking about the foundation," Jasmine says. She pulls out a worn notebook filled with handwritten notes. Ideas she's been developing for years. "If we're really doing this," "We are. Then we need to do it right, not just throw money at the problem." "Agreed. What do you have in mind?" Jasmine opens the notebook. Pages of detailed plans. 3 pillars. First, subsidized childcare for working parents. Real, quality childcare, not just warehousing kids. Fiona leans forward, listening. Second, mental health support for families in crisis, therapy, counseling, support groups, because poverty creates trauma, and we can't expect parents to be present if they're drowning. Yes, absolutely. Third, rehabilitation for teachers who've been blackballed for caring too much. Legal support to reinstate licenses, retraining programs, job placement with schools that value dedication. Fiona is already taking notes. Tell me about the teacher rehabilitation piece. I know at least 20 teachers personally who lost their licenses for the same reason I did. They stayed late, unpaid, because kids needed help. They cared too much and the system punished them. Some are driving Uber now. Some gave up entirely. So we create a pathway back. Exactly. Legal support to fight wrongful termination, retraining, then job placement. What about the childcare piece? How do we scale that? Sliding scale fees based on income, but not just daycare, actual developmental support, especially for kids with disabilities. Kids like Lily, kids like Tyler. Who's Tyler? Jasmine's voice softens. The boy I lost my job over, 6 years old, blind, brilliant. His parents thought I was getting too close, but I wasn't trying to replace them. I just wanted him to thrive. Where is he now? I don't know. The settlement agreement forbids me from contacting the family. Fiona pulls out her phone, sends a text to her lawyer. What's his last name? Davis. But Fiona, I can't. You can't. I can. No settlement agreement restricts me. 2 days later, Fiona's lawyer delivers. Tyler Davis, age 8, still enrolled at Bright Futures Academy. Parents, Amanda and Charles Davis, Park Avenue penthouse. Fiona calls Amanda directly. Mrs. Davis, this is Fiona Brooks. A pause. The billionaire who just quit her job? That's me. I'm starting a foundation for children with disabilities. I'd like to talk to you about your son. Tyler? What about him? I understand he had a teacher named Jasmine Williams 2 years ago. Long silence. That woman was fired for inappropriate behavior. No, she was fired for caring too much. I'd like to offer her the chance to teach Tyler again, through our foundation, free of charge. Absolutely not. May I ask why? Because Tyler became too dependent on her. He cried when she wasn't there. That's unhealthy. Fiona takes a breath. Mrs. Davis, my daughter is blind, like Tyler. For 4 years, I kept everyone at arm's length. It nearly destroyed us. Amanda doesn't respond. Your son didn't become dependent. He felt safe. There's a difference. I'm not interested in your foundation, Miss Brooks. That's fine. But if you ever change your mind, if Tyler ever needs support, we'll be here. She hangs up. Jasmine, sitting across from her, looks devastated. She said no. For now. But we're planting seeds. Some will grow. And if they don't, then we help the ones who will let us. Jasmine nods slowly. Okay, let's build this. They shake hands. The Fiona and Lily Foundation officially launches 3 weeks later. Press conference at a community center in Brooklyn, folding chairs instead of theater seating. Within the first month, they receive 4,000 applications from families needing support. The need is staggering, overwhelming. Jasmine hires a staff of 20, social workers, educators, counselors, people who've been marginalized themselves. They open offices in Brooklyn, not Manhattan, accessible by subway, close to the people they serve, and slowly, steadily, they start changing lives. 2 months after the viral video. November turns to January. Fiona and Lily's new routine has become second nature. 7 a.m., breakfast together, no phones allowed, just conversation. Lily talks about her dreams. Fiona listens. 8 a.m. Fiona walks Lily to school. Every single day. They take the same route so Lily learns the landmarks. We're passing the bakery now. Can you smell the bread? Creating a mental map. 3 p.m. Fiona picks Lily up. They stop at the park on the way home. Every day, no matter the weather. 6 p.m. Dinner together. Fiona cooks. She's getting better, learning recipes, making mistakes, and laughing about them. Sometimes Jasmine joins. 8 p.m. Bedtime. Fiona reads to Lily. They're on the 5th Harry Potter book now. Lily is obsessed. Fiona stays until she falls asleep. Every night. It's simple. Almost boring compared to board meetings and international conference calls, and it's the best thing Fiona's ever done. Lily changes, not overnight, but gradually, like a flower opening slowly to the sun. She smiles more, talks more, initiates conversations instead of waiting to be spoken to, reaches for Fiona without hesitation, makes jokes, shares her day. One evening in January, 3 months after the restaurant incident, Lily says something that breaks Fiona's heart and heals it at the same time. They're sitting on the couch. Fiona is braiding Lily's hair, something she's learning from YouTube tutorials. Mommy? Yes, baby? I used to think you didn't love me. Fiona's hands still in Lily's hair, her breath catches. Lily, I thought maybe I was too hard, because I can't see, because I need more help than other kids, and you were always working, always on your phone, always somewhere else. So I thought maybe you didn't want to be with me. Maybe you wished you had a different daughter, one who could see. Tears stream down Fiona's face. She can't stop them. Oh, sweetheart, I'm so sorry. I love you more than anything in this world, more than any company, more than any amount of money. I was scared and sad, and I didn't know how to be a good mom for you after Daddy died. Are you scared now? A little. Every day I'm a little scared I'll mess this up, but I'm trying. I'm really trying. I know. Lily reaches up, touches Fiona's face, traces her features with small fingers the way blind people learn to see. I can tell. You feel different now. Different how? Before, when you touched me, it felt like you were somewhere else. Like you were touching me but thinking about other things. Now when you touch me, it feels like you're really here. Like I'm the only thing you're thinking about. Fiona pulls her daughter close, holds her tight. You are. You're the only thing that matters. Promise you won't go away again? I promise I'm not going anywhere. That night, Lily sleeps in Fiona's bed, curled up beside her mother, safe, secure, loved. Fiona watches her daughter sleep and thinks, I almost lost this. I almost chose everything else over these moments. She falls asleep with Lily's hand in hers, at Lily's school, parent-teacher conference. February. Lily's teacher, Ms. Chen, a kind woman who specializes in teaching blind students, smiles warmly when Fiona arrives. Miss Brooks, thank you for coming. I have to say, Lily has made remarkable progress this semester. Really? Fiona sits forward. She comes to every meeting now, takes notes, asks questions. Remarkable. Her emotional regulation has improved dramatically. She used to shut down when frustrated, just go silent and refuse to engage. Now she asks for help. She advocates for herself. She's becoming a different child. That's wonderful. Her social skills have improved, too. She's making friends, real friendships. She invited 3 classmates to your home for a play date last week? Yes, that was the first time she's ever asked to have friends over. Miss Chen smiles. And her academic performance is excellent. She's reading 2 grade levels above her age in Braille. Her math skills are exceptional. But more than that, Miss Chen pauses. She's confident now. She used to move through the world like she was apologizing for existing. Now she takes up space. She participates. She raises her hand. She's proud of herself. What changed? Fiona asks, even though she knows the answer. You did. Miss Chen's voice is gentle. Lily talks about you constantly now. My mommy walked me to school. My mommy made pancakes. My mommy read me 3 chapters last night. She's so proud of you. And children who feel proud of their parents feel proud of themselves. Fiona's eyes well up. I'm proud of her. She knows, and that's made all the difference. Miss Brooks, I've been teaching for 20 years. I've seen a lot of family situations, and I can tell you, it's never too late to change. What you're doing, it matters. Keep doing it. That evening, the Riverside Grill. Fiona, Lily, and Jasmine returned to the restaurant for the first time since the viral incident. New management. Wade was fired. Most of the old staff is gone. They sit in a different booth, by the window. Lily grins. Mommy, tell me about the food. Fiona describes each dish, the colors, the textures, the way the sauce drizzles across the plate like a river. Lily giggles. You sound like Miss Jasmine. I learned from the best. Jasmine, sitting across from them, smiles. You're doing great, Fiona. I'm trying. No, you're succeeding. Look at her. Really look at her. Fiona does, sees her daughter smiling, relaxed, happy, sees the confidence Miss Chen talked about, sees the child she almost lost. Fiona feeds Lily dinner, slowly, patiently, with stories and laughter. One woman approaches, hesitant, mid-30s, tired eyes. Miss Brooks, I'm sorry to interrupt, I just wanted to say thank you. For what? I'm Maria, single mom, 3 kids, I work 2 jobs, I've been drowning for years. Your foundation, the child care subsidy, it's changing my life. I can actually breathe now. Fiona stands. What's your name again? Maria. Maria Santos. Maria, you don't have to thank me. You're doing the hardest job in the world. I'm just trying to make it a little easier. Well, it's working, so thank you. Maria leaves. Lily reaches for Fiona's hand. Mommy, you're helping people! I'm trying, baby. Like Miss Jasmine helped me? Yes, like that. I'm proud of you, Mommy. Fiona's throat tightens. Thank you, sweetheart. Jasmine raises her glass of water. To second chances. Fiona clinks her glass against it. To showing up. Lily joins in with her juice cup. To my mommy. They drink. And for the first time in years, Fiona feels like she's exactly where she belongs. Not in a boardroom, not closing a deal, but here, with her daughter, building a life worth living. The money will still be there tomorrow, but Lily won't be 7 forever, and Fiona refuses to miss another moment. 4 months after the resignation. March. The foundation is thriving. 8,000 families served across 12 states, 23 staff members, programs expanding faster than expected, but the criticism is relentless. Business magazines call Fiona's decision irresponsible. Forbes. Billionaire abandons company, shareholders left in crisis. Wall Street Journal. When CEOs put personal life over fiduciary duty. Her former board members give interviews. Richard, the board chair, tells CNBC, Fiona Brooks was brilliant, visionary, but she let emotion override logic. Her shareholders lost millions because she couldn't separate personal problems from professional responsibility. Patricia tells Bloomberg, we empathize with her situation, truly, but she had resources. She could have hired better help. This was selfish. Investors who pulled out are vocal. A hedge fund manager tells the Financial Times, we trusted her. She built that company from nothing, and she walked away overnight. That's not leadership. Even some parenting blogs criticize her. It's easy to quit your job when you have $3 billion. Most parents don't have that luxury. This isn't inspiring. It's privileged. Fiona reads the articles, all of them. Jasmine finds her in the foundation office staring at her laptop. You okay? They're not wrong. About what? I am privileged. I could afford to quit. Most parents can't. That's exactly why the foundation matters. But they're right that I abandoned my company, my employees, my shareholders. Jasmine sits down. Did you? Yes. Or did you finally prioritize correctly? What's the difference? You didn't abandon your company. You put it in the hands of capable people. Your CFO stepped up. The board hired a new CEO. The company is still running. The stock dropped, and it's recovering. Fiona, you're not as indispensable as you thought. The company survived without you. That's supposed to make me feel better? Yes, because it means Lily didn't have to. Fiona sits with that. What about the shareholders, the people who lost money? They invested in a company, not in you personally. Business has risks. They know that. But I caused those risks. No, you made a human decision. You chose your daughter. If they can't understand that, that's their failure, not yours. Fiona closes her laptop. The internet thinks I'm either a hero or a villain. There's no middle ground. That's the internet. In real life, you're just a mom trying to do better. Is it enough? Ask Lily. That evening, dinner at home. Lily chatters about her day at school, a new friend named Sophie, a story Miss Chen read, a game at recess. Normal, boring, beautiful details. Fiona listens, really listens, asks questions. Afterward, as she tucks Lily into bed, her daughter says, Mommy, are people being mean to you? Why do you ask? I heard you talking to Miss Jasmine about the internet. Some people don't understand why I left my job. Are you sad about it? No, baby, I'm happy. Then why do you care what they think? Out of the mouths of babes. You're right, I shouldn't. You're a good mommy now. That's what matters. Now. The word stings and heals at the same time. Thank you, sweetheart. I love you, Mommy. I love you too. Lily falls asleep holding Fiona's hand. Fiona stays until she's sure Lily is deeply asleep. Then she goes to her home office, opens her laptop, starts typing. Blog post, Why I Quit and Why I Do It Again. She doesn't defend herself, doesn't attack her critics. She just tells the truth. I built an empire and lost my daughter's heart. I had all the money in the world and none of the time that mattered. So I made a choice. Not everyone will understand it. Some will call it privileged. They're right. Some will call it selfish. Maybe they're right too. But my daughter understands. She knows I chose her, and she's the only person whose opinion actually matters. To the critics, I hear you. I understand your frustration, and I hope the foundation I'm building helps create a world where other parents don't have to make the choice I made. She hits publish. Within an hour, it has 100,000 shares. The comments are still mixed, but Fiona closes the laptop and doesn't read them. She has better things to do, like being present. 6 months after the foundation launch. May. The Fiona and Lily Foundation office buzzes with productive chaos. 23 staff members now, soon to be 30. 3 conference rooms filled with meetings, phones ringing, lives changing. Jasmine has a staff meeting in 20 minutes. Budget review, new program proposals. She's good at this, really good. Turns out skills learned in the classroom translate perfectly to running a foundation, but some days she still can't believe it's real. Her assistant, Jennifer, knocks. "Miss Williams, you have a walk-in visitor, says it's urgent." "Who is it?" "Amanda Davis." Jasmine's stomach drops. She hasn't heard that name in 2 years. Tyler's mother? She didn't say. Should I send her away? Every instinct screams yes, but Jasmine thinks about Lily, about Fiona, about second chances. No, send her in. Amanda Davis walks in looking nothing like the polished woman who got Jasmine fired. She looks tired, sad, desperate. "Miss Williams, thank you for seeing me." "Mrs. Davis, what can I do for you?" I was wrong. Jasmine wasn't expecting that. "I'm sorry. 2 years ago I got you fired. I told myself it was to protect Tyler, that you were making him too dependent, but the truth is, I was jealous. Tyler lit up around you in ways he never did with me. Instead of learning from you, I pushed you out." Jasmine stays silent. "After you left, Tyler shut down completely, stopped trying, refused to work with new teachers, his grades dropped, his confidence disappeared. Did he adjust? No, he got worse. We tried everything. New tutors, different schools, therapy, nothing worked. Because Tyler didn't need new strategies. He needed someone who believed in him the way you did." Jasmine's eyes sting. 3 months ago, Tyler tried to hurt himself. Amanda's voice breaks. He's 8 years old and he wanted to die because he felt like he'd never be good enough. "Mrs. Davis, I came here to beg. Will you work with Tyler again? I'll pay anything." "Mrs. Davis, I'm not taking your money." Amanda's face falls. "Please, I'm not taking your money because I don't work that way. But I'll work with Tyler, for free, through the foundation." "You, what?" "On one condition, you come to the sessions too, not to watch, to learn, because Tyler doesn't just need a teacher. He needs his mother to be present." Amanda starts crying. "I don't know how. Neither did Fiona, but she learned, and so can you." "Yes, I'll do it, whatever it takes." "Okay, next Tuesday, 4 p.m., bring Tyler. 2 weeks later, the Foundation's tutoring center. Tyler walks in with his seeing eye dog, a golden retriever named Biscuit. He's 8 now, taller, quieter. "Tyler, do you remember me?" He freezes. "Miss Jasmine?" "Yeah, sweetness, it's me." Tyler bursts into tears, drops Biscuit's leash and runs to her, holds on like she'll disappear. "I thought I'd never see you again. I thought you left because of me." "Oh, honey, no, never because of you. I didn't want to leave. I had to. Are you going to leave again?" "No, I'm not going anywhere." "Promise?" "Promise." Amanda watches from the doorway, her own tears streaming. Over the next 3 months, Jasmine works with Tyler twice a week. They pick up right where they left off. Braille lessons, reading comprehension, confidence building, but more importantly, Jasmine teaches Amanda how to be present, how to describe the world, how to celebrate small victories, how to let Tyler struggle without rescuing him. Slowly, Tyler transforms. He smiles again, laughs again, tries again, and Amanda transforms too. One evening after a session, Amanda pulls Jasmine aside. "I owe you an apology, a real one, not just I was wrong. I need to say I'm sorry for what I cost you. Your career, your license, your income, 2 years of your life. You lost everything because I was too insecure to let my son love you." Jasmine takes a breath. "Mrs. Davis, I'm not going to lie. What happened hurt. A lot. I spent 2 years waiting tables wondering if I'd ever teach again." "I'm so sorry. But if it hadn't happened, I wouldn't have met Lily or Fiona, and this foundation wouldn't exist, so maybe everything happened exactly the way it needed to." Amanda wipes her eyes. "You're a better person than I am." "No, I just learned a long time ago that forgiveness isn't for the other person, it's for me. Can I ask you something? Sure. How did you survive foster care? 14 homes, no family. How did you not give up? Jasmine smiles sadly. Because I knew what it felt like to be invisible. And I promised myself I'd never make another kid feel that way. Every child I teach, I see them, really see them. They see, because someone needed to do that for me, and no one did. Tyler is lucky to have you. Tyler is lucky to have a mom who's willing to learn. Amanda hugs her, tight. Thank you for giving us another chance. We all deserve second chances, Mrs. Davis. As Amanda and Tyler leave, Jasmine watches them go. Tyler is holding his mother's hand, talking animatedly about his Braille homework. And Amanda is listening, really listening. Jasmine smiles. This is why she became a teacher. Not for the money, not for the recognition, for moments like this. 1 year after the viral video, November again. The Fiona and Lily Foundation now operates in 12 states, 23,000 families served, 53 staff members, $12 million in grants distributed. Jasmine has been featured in Time magazine, Forbes, the New York Times. But the real story isn't in the headlines, it's in the lives changed. Maria, the single mom who thanked Fiona, now works for the foundation. Director of Family Services. Tyler Davis is thriving, reading 3 grades above level, confident, happy. 12 teachers have had their licenses reinstated through the foundation's legal support program. 400 children with disabilities have received specialized care they couldn't otherwise afford. And Lily is radiant. At 8 years old, she's excelling in school. Straight A's. 2 grade levels ahead in reading. Captain of her school's goalball team. She has friends, real friends, sleepovers, inside jokes. A best friend named Sophie. She has hobbies. Learning piano, taking creative writing classes, obsessed with Percy Jackson audiobooks. She has dreams, wants to be a writer someday, or maybe a teacher like Miss Jasmine. And she has her mother. Fiona's life is unrecognizable from a year ago. She wakes up at 7 a.m., makes breakfast, walks Lily to school, rain or shine. She consults part-time for medical nonprofits, advises on FDA approval processes. On her terms, a few hours a week. The rest of her time is Lily's and hers. She started painting again, something she loved in college and abandoned for her career. She's still terrible at it, but Lily doesn't care. Tell me about the painting, Mommy. It's a sunset. Orange and pink and purple all mixed together. Like the sky? Exactly like the sky. I wish I could see it. You can, baby, just in a different way. Fiona takes Lily's hand, guides it across the canvas. The smooth parts are the sky, the bumpy parts are the trees. Lily's face lights up. I can see it now. These moments, simple, quiet, ordinary, are everything. Brooks Medical Holdings, meanwhile, has recovered. New CEO, Dr. Patricia Hendricks. New direction. Stock back to pre-resignation levels. Up 23%, actually. The board sends Fiona a polite letter acknowledging her contributions and inviting her to the annual shareholder meeting. Translation: they're doing fine without her, and that's okay. Better than okay, it means she was right. The company didn't need her. Lily did. Anniversary event, the Plaza Hotel. The foundation is hosting its first annual gala. 500 attendees, donors, families served, press. Fiona stands backstage, nervous. Jasmine finds her. You ready? I've given 1,000 speeches. This feels different. Why? Because before I was selling, this is real. Jasmine squeezes her hand. You've got this. The lights dim. Jasmine walks on stage to thunderous applause. She talks about the foundation, the families served, the lives changed. Then she introduces Fiona. 1 year ago, a woman made a choice that shocked the world. She walked away from billions to choose her daughter. Tonight, I'm honored to introduce my friend, my partner, and the most present mother I know, Fiona Brooks. Fiona walks on stage. The applause is deafening. She waits for silence, then speaks. 1 year ago, I was sitting in a restaurant, ignoring my daughter while I worked. A waitress, a stranger, knelt beside my blind 7-year-old and fed her dinner. With patience, with kindness, with love I'd forgotten how to give. The room is silent. I watched that moment and realized I was losing the only thing that actually mattered. So I quit. On the spot. Publicly, messily, in a way that made headlines and tanked my company's stock. Nervous laughter. People called me crazy, irresponsible, privileged, and they weren't entirely wrong. I am privileged. I had the financial security to walk away. Most parents don't. She pauses. That's why this foundation exists, not to celebrate my choice, but to make sure other parents have choices too, to make sure working mothers don't have to choose between feeding their children and being present with them, to make sure teachers like Jasmine aren't punished for caring too much, to make sure children with disabilities get the support they deserve, regardless of their parents' income. Applause. Tonight, I want to introduce you to someone. Lily, can you come up here? Lily walks on stage, guided by her seeing eye dog, Daisy. She's wearing a blue dress, her hair in braids, confident. The crowd applauds softly. Fiona kneels beside her daughter. Lily, can you tell everyone what you told me this morning? Lily nods, turns toward the audience. I told my mommy that I'm proud of her, because she chose me, and now other kids get to have their mommies and daddies choose them too. There's not a dry eye in the house. Fiona hugs her daughter, whispers, "Thank you, baby." Then she stands and addresses the crowd again. 1 year ago, I was a billionaire who had everything except what mattered. Today, I have less money, no company, and no empire. But I have my daughter's heart, and that's worth more than every dollar I ever made. Standing ovation. The gala raises $8 million, enough to expand the foundation to 10 more states. After the event, late night, Fiona, Jasmine, and Lily sit in the hotel suite, exhausted, happy. Miss Jasmine? Lily asks. Yes, sweetness. Are you happy? I am. Why? Because you look happy. And I wanted to make sure. Jasmine's eyes fill with tears. I'm very happy, Lily. Thank you for asking. Mommy, are you happy? Happier than I've ever been, baby. Me too. Lily falls asleep on the couch between them. Fiona and Jasmine sit in comfortable silence. We did it, Jasmine finally says. We're doing it. Still a long way to go. But we started. Yeah, we started. They sit there until morning. Two women who found each other at the exact right moment and changed everything. 18 months after the viral video. Spring. Fiona gets a call from an unknown number. Miss Brooks, this is Richard Chen. I'm the new owner of the Riverside Grill. Fiona's stomach tightens. Okay. I wanted to reach out personally. I purchased the restaurant 6 months ago. Complete overhaul, new management, new staff culture, and I'd like to invite you and your daughter to dinner on the house. I don't need gestures, Mr. Chen. I understand, but I'd like to show you what we've built. The Riverside Grill is different now. We train our staff in disability awareness. We've created a culture of empathy and presence, and it's because of what happened with you and Jasmine. Why does this matter to you? Because I have a son with autism, and I've been that parent who was ignored in restaurants, stared at, judged. I bought the Riverside Grill because I want it to be the kind of place where every family feels welcome. Something in his voice makes Fiona believe him. I need to think about it. Of course, no pressure. Just know the invitation stands. Fiona talks to Jasmine about it that evening. Do you want to go back? Jasmine asks. I don't know. Part of me wants to close that chapter, but part of me thinks that Lily deserves to reclaim that space. Yeah, then let's go. 2 weeks later, the Riverside Grill, 7 p.m., Fiona, Lily, and Jasmine walk in together. The restaurant looks different, warmer, more welcoming. Richard Chen greets them personally. Miss Brooks, Jasmine, and you must be Lily. Hi, Lily says shyly. I'm so glad you came. We have a special table for you. He leads them to a booth, not the same one from before, a new one by the window. The menu is in Braille. Lily's hands trace the letters. Mommy, I can read this. I know, baby, isn't that cool? Throughout dinner, the staff is attentive without being intrusive, kind without being performative. When Lily needs help cutting her chicken, the server kneels beside the table. Hi, Lily, my name's Marcus. Would you like me to cut that for you? Yes, please. Cool. I'm going to cut it into small pieces. Is that okay? Yes. Marcus cuts the chicken, describes what he's doing, then steps back. You're all set. Let me know if you need anything else. Lily smiles. Thank you. Fiona watches all of this with tears in her eyes. This is what the world should look like. After dinner, Richard approaches their table. How was everything? Perfect, Fiona says. Truly. I'm glad, and I wanted you to know, we've implemented a training program for all our staff. It's based on the principles Jasmine outlined in her interviews: empathy, presence, seeing people, not problems. That's wonderful. We're calling it the Jasmine Williams Service Standard, with her permission, of course. Jasmine looks shocked. What? We want every server in this restaurant to treat customers the way you treated Lily. It's the right thing to do, and it's better for business. Jasmine is speechless. Fiona squeezes her hand. You change the world, Jasmine, one moment at a time. As they leave the restaurant, Lily holds both their hands. Mommy, can we come back here? Do you want to? Yeah, I like it now. Then we'll come back. Outside, the city buzzes with life. Fiona looks up at the sky, describes the stars to Lily, and thinks, we did it. We actually did it. Not perfectly, but enough. 2 years after the viral video, Central Park, Lily's 9th birthday, 50 children from the Foundation's programs, parents, staff, laughter and chaos and joy. Lily stands in front of her birthday cake, Fiona beside her. Make a wish, baby. I don't need to, Mommy. Why not? Because I already have everything I want. Fiona's heart swells. Lily blows out the candles. The crowd cheers. Maria, the single mom turned foundation director, approaches with tears in her eyes. Fiona, I just got the call. Our child care program was approved for federal funding, $50 million over 5 years. Maria, that's incredible. We're going national because of you, because of us. Later, sunset. Fiona, Lily, and Jasmine sit on a blanket, watching the sky change colors. Mommy? Yes, baby? Do you miss your old job? Sometimes I miss parts of it, but this is better. You know why? Why? Because when I built the company, I was building for money, for success. Now I'm building for people, for families, for kids like you. That matters more. Jasmine lies back on the blanket. You know what's wild? 2 years ago, I was serving steaks for $9 an hour. Today, I run a $500 million foundation. How did we get here? You refuse to be bought, Fiona says. You forced me to do the hard work. You did the hard work. I just pointed you in the right direction. We make a good team. Yeah, we do. Lily nestles between them. I love my family. We're your family? Jasmine asks. Of course you are. Mommy, Auntie Jasmine, and me, that's my family. Fiona and Jasmine exchange glances, both trying not to cry. We love you too, Lily, they say in unison. As the sun sets, Fiona thinks about the last 2 years. She lost her company, her reputation in business circles, hundreds of millions in stock value, and gained everything that actually matters: her daughter's trust, her daughter's love, her daughter's heart. She wouldn't trade it for anything. Every child deserves a parent who shows up. Every parent deserves support to make that possible. If this story moved you like this video, subscribe for more stories about transformation and second chances, and comment below. What would you give up to be more present with the people you love?